This is awful.
What are you doing?
I can't sit anywhere else.
Hi folks and welcome to today's vlog. Today is the day of Andy's school parents evening, but before we get into that, a discussion topic. Goodness me, doesn't winter strike quickly here in the UK? 12 days ago, I've counted on a calendar, 12 days ago was our first day at Centre Parks, where I spent the evening wearing shorts, barbecuing, not feeling cold at all. We had the sliding doors in Centre Parks open all weekend. It was lovely weather. Even when we got soaked, I was happy wearing shorts, I was happy and warm. 12 days later, or 10 days after we left Centre Parks, I have been sat out here in my garage this morning, absolutely freezing cold. It is 10:30 in the morning. I've been out here about 2 hours now. It is 9 degrees. If you are a new viewer, you might not realise that I do work in my garage. This whole setup here, as fancy as it looks, as much as you think I'm in an office, because it does look awesome and cool. If we go up into the corner there, that's a big curtain that I've got to try and keep some of the cold out. But behind there, you can see we have a garage door that does have a little bit of insulation. I've got like the reflective foil insulation on the back of the door. I've got it sealed all the way round so that it doesn't have many little gaps. You can see some of the insulation and the sealant bits has come off, especially in that corner. If you are thinking, oh, that sounds easy to rob, it does. It is also bolted into the ground, and there's a CCTV camera pointing at it at all times, so don't see this as a reason to come and burgle me. You will go to prison. But yeah, it's cold out here, and my trusty radiator, you might remember, broke at the end of last winter, sort of March, April time. This oil-filled radiator broke. It's now been used to store stuff on for the last several months, with my PC above it and some exceptional cable management and just general tidiness. But it is freezing cold out here. The time has come to replace that. I have bought the replacement. I now need to get the replacement set up because I've been out here shivering. I delayed this for as long as possible because it does cost a fortune to run, having a oil-filled radiator plugged into the electric all day. But I guess this is why I get to write off some of my heating costs against my tax bill. Both the positives and negatives of being a self-employed person. I had hoped this would be the winter that I am earning enough money to be able to go and get an office. Alas, that is not the case. I'm going to have my third winter in a row working out here in the freezing cold with that little heater for company, or my new little heater for company, which I'm going to set up now. And maybe next year I'll be able to get an office or a house with a spare bedroom. Oh. New heater is in, under the desk. Hopefully it's nice and warm. It's black. The old one was white. The old one is staying in place because I like to put stuff on it. It's handy to stand my laptop on. And look at that cable management. I know that's going to please some of you. It is sensational. Well, that heater has made an enormous difference, so much so that I had it on for about 40 minutes, then I had to turn it off because it was getting too hot, and it stayed warm for the rest of the day. Hurrah! It's not going to be super expensive to run just yet, but that has brought us through till just about 2:30. We are due at Andy's school in about half an hour, so we're just getting ready to head there. I should probably take off my wrestling hoodie. It doesn't give the right impression when you're going to your kids' parents' evening, but we're going to head there, do his parents' evening stuff, head home, and then we'll let you know how he got on. This is the first time we're meeting his new teacher, so this will be interesting too. What have we just had, Andy? How many buses were there?
Mail.
There were mail buses. How many?
The blue.
How many?
Mail.
How many were there?
11. 3 or 4? 4.
There were not 11.
Mail. Mail daddy. Yeah.
Future Kev would have had to have edited that slightly to take out the first two because I had his school in the background. So there were 4 of his favourite buses, all went past at the same time. And we've just been in parents' evening. I'll let you know how we got on when we get home. The headlines are, 'twas good.
It's a cotton cut.
It went well.
I'm a lady.
Yes.
Hello. Hi.
And this is now bus number 5 that's gone past in the walk back to where the car is.
Female, please. I'm a woman.
You're not a woman, Andy.
You're a woman, please.
Okay.
Your woman is a female.
I see. I'm surprised he ever wants to come home if this is the amount of buses that go past his school every day. We've been stood here for...
It's a female bus. We'll have
It
look,
is.
the camera female.
I can't show the...
We'll
No,
have look, the camera
I can't
female.
put the camera that way because the school's there. There's a little dog who's down there as well to come and say hello.
Female.
We can look at the... We can
Backwards female.
film us watching the buses.
There is the female.
The buses are going backwards. Yeah, there's 5 buses that have gone to the school
female.
next door to Andy's school,
the
which I
female.
also don't want to film
Female.
because it's just a bit weird filming a school, isn't it? But he didn't want to leave that spot until all the buses were gone.
This is awful.
What are you doing?
I can't sit anywhere else.
I told her to come and sit next to me, and this is what's happened, and I don't really know why.
Just look at you.
This is how I sit. So, his parents' evening was excellent. We weren't there very long, were we? It was just a very quick. He's doing really well. He calls his teacher Nickelodeon. Her name's Nicola, apparently. And he calls her Nickelodeon. And he's been doing very well. He enjoys going to Tesco.
He tried to put half a slab of butter on
Yeah,
the
they've got
toast.
him buttering his own toast and stuff, which we have started doing a little bit at home as well, like we showed on the Centre Parks videos. But apparently if left completely to his own devices, which we don't do, and they've only done once because they learnt from it. He tried to basically put half the pack of butter on his toast because he really likes butter. For him, toast is basically just a way to transport butter into his mouth.
Yep.
Years ago, when he first kind of discovered toast, which is why he calls it toast and butter. He doesn't call it toast, because if he doesn't emphasise the butter, he might not get enough. But he used to just basically lick the butter off the toast, didn't he?
Yeah.
Really likes butter. But yeah, it was super positive. She was really happy. We were asked to come up with some ideas of like independent skills that we might want him to work on over the next couple of years. Which, I mean, if they're already taking him to the shops and he's already making his own food, and they're already working on like full sentences and stuff like that, I don't really know what else we could ask them for, I guess. I mean,
Money, maybe? Thinking about it now.
yeah, or, I mean, the really ideal one, which I doubt they could do because they probably don't have the facilities, but it would be like self-care, washing and stuff. But
So I do it all.
yeah, but I don't know if they can
Turn down a
do
bit.
that there. We'll have to ask. We should have asked. I didn't think of it until just now, but we can maybe ask about that. Because yeah, Andy, turn that down please. We have this issue with, if it's something Anna has always done, even if he can do it himself, he refuses if she's there.
And I can't say no because
Yeah, because
he won't do
you're
it.
weak.
No, I'm not weak. He won't
Oh,
do
he
it.
will do it. He will. But even silly things like
Is he
when
female?
she's here, she still puts his shoes on and does his shoes up for him in the mornings.
Because he can't tie laces.
Whereas when I'm here with him 2 mornings a week or 3 mornings a week, he puts his own shoes on and has no problem at all. So little things like that. But with washing and bathing, because it's not something he does every day, it's not something he ever really
Yes,
does
he
with
is.
me.
Oh.
No, because he has a couple of days off, like a full. I don't mean he's not washed every day, but like
Well,
a
say-
full bath.
Yeah.
He doesn't have 7 nights a week because
5.
yeah, because he's got eczema and we're not supposed to bath him every day, are we? So he has a couple of days off. One of which is the night that it's me here.
Tuesday and Saturday.
Yeah, but we need to come up with a plan for stuff that he could learn. Feel free to share some suggestions down in the
It's like
comments.
his teeth. He'll do them, but he won't do a good job.
Well, perhaps teeth is something we can suggest. Perhaps after every meal, he goes and brushes his teeth. That's some easy something they could do at school,
He
and it's
used
something
to
he'd
it
certainly
old
benefit
school.
from. Yeah.
Long time ago.
So yeah, it's just independent skills. Apparently the academic stuff he's absolutely fine with. There's not a huge amount of academic stuff now anyway because it is more focused on independent skills.
But he's good at reading.
He is good at reading, he's good at maths, but we need to try and
What's happening?
Are you sure you want to walk away?
Okay.
we need to try and work on stuff that might help him when he leaves school in 3.5, 4 years time. But now I need to head back into the garage in the cold and sort him out through Andy's Eyes video, because I've got behind again. He has had like 4 out in the last 5 days. That's not bad for me. And for the second time in a week, we're finishing things off with laptop related problems. Don't even, after we were so positive about everything earlier, sometimes something happens and we do just get a little glimpse, a reminder of how every day used to be. Something's up with his laptop. I haven't had a proper chance to sit and work out what exactly is up with his laptop yet. I think it's a combination of he's cancelled a couple of Windows updates and it really is trying to force one of them through now. He's somehow disabled the virus checker, but I don't think he actually, it's asking me about active hours now. I don't think he's actually got a virus, because I've done a virus scan now, but the virus checker had been disabled and was trying to turn itself back on. But I think the big issue is that he'd gone into the settings and turned notifications on for his browser and a couple of other apps. So there was just constant pop-ups coming up in the bottom corner of Windows, and he was just sitting there closing pop-ups constantly. I've turned that off. I think that will probably be enough for him to be comfortable using it again. But while I've got it for some maintenance, I'm updating his virus checker, re-enabling that, doing the Windows updates, all that stuff. So it's been taken off him for the rest of the day. He wasn't very happy about it. He was very. We talked last week about how when he's close to a meltdown, how his eyes look angry and his nose sort of flares up and he looks like he's going to snap. And that's, I'm fiddling with it while I'm talking, that's pretty much the situation we found ourselves in probably about an hour ago now. We thought he was going to throw it, he didn't. It was a bit of a battle to take it off him, but he's been through this at school with the iPads last year. He knows that sometimes tech has to go away and be fixed. His DS is away being fixed with Nintendo at the moment still, and it's taking forever. So rather than trying to fix it in front of him, which is a mistake we've made in the past, I'd taken it out into the garage and told him it was a way to be fixed. He's now gone up for his bath, so I've brought it back in because, as we know from earlier, it's freezing cold out there, plus his charger cable's in here, so I'm going to sit and get those updates done. It's going to take a while for everything to be downloaded, then I'll just have a full check of the system and everything. That computer science degree finally coming in handy again, and while all that's going on, I'm going to play some FIFA. And then, when Anna comes down, she's already, bearing in mind she's only in the second week back at uni, already got something she needs me to proofread. This third year is feeling like it's going to be hard work. Don't know if I approve, but you don't need to see any of that. So we are going to wrap today's vlog up there. So if you have enjoyed it, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for us. Subscribe to the channel for more daily vlogs. And thank you very much for watching.